Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today I'm doing another showcase of Syrup's mods, which include stained glass, expanded farming, and the FancyPack. And I was thinking about what I should do for my 100th video, and I decided to do this just because I know it would be really good and take a lot of effort, and it would show you maybe a mod, or well, this is 3 separate mods that you probably haven't heard of, and you really should have heard of these. These mods are probably my favorite mods I've seen to do, with Minecraft. It adds so much stuff, you won't even know, but you'll know after this video. It took me a very long time to show all of this in, a video, versus, the Biosphere mod showcase, but it was worth the effort, and trust me, you'll thank me after you see all this, and the description is below. I mean, the link in the description, it's all below in the description, of course. I don't know why I keep saying that. And this is just the stained glass, which is, they're all really easy to install, and I'll put a tutorial for this soon. But as you can see, it's just glass, and it's just colored. That's it. All you do is get the dye and put it together. And this does work with the Biosphere mod, as you can see, so don't worry about those two colliding. And as far as I can tell, the only thing you really need to install this mod is the risugami. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he did the Biosphere mod, and you need the modloader from him, but you will find that on the page with very easy instructions on how to download, and it has all the recipes for the stuff you will make, even though you can see them all in this video. And the stained glass mod is really just simple, and this is it. It's just add stained glass. That's the shortest of all the mods. This one is expanded farming, and it has to do with farming, and it's really useful. It's more utility than the other two, because the other two are more aesthetic. And we get grass seeds here, and you can just put them down and grass will grow. So now you don't have to do a bridge of grass to the bottom of the world or anything. And this is where it gets really useful, is because you get flower and pumpkin seeds, so you can constantly just keep growing flowers and pumpkins like they are just basic wheat, and they work about the same way. And as you'll see in a second, you can also do the same exact thing with mushrooms, so you can actually have mushroom stew more than once a year in your game, because that's about how much I do it. I rarely ever have it. And with this mod, it'll be a lot easier to get mushrooms, and mushrooms have to be grown underground, so I couldn't grow them up here. So as you can see, I got a terrible farming setup, but I will not do that in my playthrough of the game, which I will be using these mods for. And as you can see, you get more seeds, and you get more flowers from just harvesting the flowers. And you get mushrooms and mushroom seeds from getting the mushrooms and all. And you will get pumpkins and pumpkin seeds. And pumpkins take forever to grow, just FYI. And this is just really, a quick little thing. It's pumpkin pie, which is really nice. And it restores 8 hearts, which is actually a lot, and you don't have to place it like cake. So if you're ever in a real bind, you can just eat that really quick. And now we're beginning the FancyPack, which just adds tons of material, tons. There's so many things that are just aesthetics from this. And there you can see slabs, and you can build the slabs with all these materials, which is obsidian, stone, smooth stone, logs, and netherrack, and wood, just planks, and you can walk through them. And you can also make chairs with all these materials. And in addition to the materials I showed, I later found out you can do it with iron and gold, so you can do tons of different options. And the same thing applies to chairs. You can just make it out of any material. And here we have tables, which are really neat. You can actually stand on the tables instead of just being in them with the chairs. And now this one's really neat because it adds roads which you can just run across, and I don't know if you can see it, but you actually move faster on the roads than just normal Minecraft, which is really useful for getting around places. And we also have potted plants, which come out, like clay, like in real life, and then you actually have to cook them in a furnace, and then you'll get what looks like a potted, just a really with paint on it, just a little pot that you'd buy in a store, and then just this dirt on the top. And I set it down, and then you can put a flower on, and having the flowers is optional for some reason, so you don't have to do that, but there you go. Just looks really interesting. Just adds more stuff to it. And this one's a little bit creepier. Decorative dolls. They just look really weird. Like, they remind me of voodoo dolls, and I don't know. They're kind of freaky, but whatever. It adds more stuff. And we got chimneys here, which are really awesome, actually. And if I place it down, you can see that smoke just comes out of it and it looks like bricks. There's no fire, you just get the smoke. Here are paper lanterns, which are probably my favorite thing that were added. Not because of the texture or anything, just because of where you can place them. Because you can place them just on the ground like normal torches, but you can also put them on glass, which is really unique. And you can also float them on the roof, so you can hang them down using this item, which is chains. So you got like chandelier-looking paper lantern things, which is, you know, amazing. Like, this mod just there's more stuff too. Like, it just keeps going. And here we got iron fences, which are pretty, just like, you know, normal fences, but just look a little bit different. Not the most useful of items, but, you know, because it takes up so many materials, but they look pretty neat. And almost finally, still more, we got bone lanterns, which is I think it's from the FancyPack texture, but it looks like the redstone torch, but you can hang it like on the roof or wherever. So if you want to just like have netherrack chairs and stuff, you could make a whole netherrack house pretty much. Even though it'll look terrible, but it'll be nethery. And we now have fancy stone, which I'm not sure, but I think it's also a texture from the FancyPack, which he used a lot of textures from the FancyPack. Not that I really care. And it just adds a stone with a creeper face on it and bricks, which is, I don't know if it's useful, just aesthetic if you want it. And this is really neat. You can actually get mossy cobblestone. You just put water in the middle and you get 32 mossy stone. So in case you don't want to have to find a dungeon, you can just do that. Anyway, this is that's all of the recipes in this mod, and I think it's really neat, and I'll be sure to use it in the future, and I hope you guys get it too. Anyway, this is Paxton signing off, and I will see you next time. Farewell.